Reems, welcome to Rimworld, where our story has taken a dark turn here in the city of Rheem. Legends say that many nights ago, around 2 years ago, Remus had a brother who was kidnapped by Carthage. Remus never discussed his brother with the other citizens of Rheem. The truth was just far too difficult to bear. Romulus had not only been captured, but he had been converted. And at the end of yesterday, not only did Romulus return to us, but he returned leading an invading warband of the forces of Carthage. And now all that remains of the myth of Remus's brother is an unmarked sarcophagus behind the Senate building. Oh, and I guess far more importantly, we finally unlocked grapes, so we can start the great vineyards of Rheem. And I'll be honest, I was kind of hoping we would be able to save Romulus at some point, either capturing him in battle or attacking a Carthaginian settlement. Ideally a ransom, seeing as we've got an entire mod that makes that possible, but never mind. But I kind of like the story that Remus was forced to kill his brother on the battlefield. And that brings us on to the goal for today. For too long now, we've defended this city with scavenged weapons, and our best armor has been beads. Genuinely, it's beads. And I think it's time we move on from the past and on to the less past. I think it's time the city got the defense it deserved. So we have unlocked the Mediterranean smithy, and with it, a whole bunch of armor. Now we've got some very high defense armor that we can build out of any possible ingredients. The Corinthian helmet, for example, 65.7% sharp. That is gigantic. But we've not only got to consider defending this colony, we do have to consider a little bit of style as well. A big part of what we've got to deal with is the social side of things, the politics, the social cliques, the apparently isolation that one of our characters is having to deal with. So along with all of our armor, we've got to craft some clothing that's a bit more sophisticated, more suitable for our senators and citizens. So we could make this Lorica musculata, which gives it's a lower move speed, but we gain social impact. Or instead of that, we could build the Lorica hamata, which is less of a move speed negative, but you get no social bonus from that. I think we have to put more emphasis on the social side of things. I think giving everybody one of these would be fantastic. And what's the defense on that like? Actually, very, very good. Now, that also takes up the middle layer. So at our ancient tailor bench, we could probably also make something that fits on the skin as well for social impact. Yeah, so the sagum, I have no idea how you say that. We could craft one of these for everyone as well. I do like the laurel wreaths. What do those do? 30% social impact, but minus 30% killable work speed. Wow. That would actually be quite relevant if we wanted to emphasize a dictator for the city. I'm not saying I'm trying to set Remus up as eternal dictator, but that would be quite on brand here. So that was the one for, say, for example, the cult personality. Anybody where you want the leader to be super impactful and repeatedly voted in until you can at least set up the authoritarian. That would be really, really good because it counts as headgear. You give your leader this massive social impact. So maybe we'll craft one of those for Remus, but Remus is also our best fighter right now, so I think I'd rather focus on the armor first. Then we'll see when we've got a big enough fighting force if Remus can focus more on his governance. And actually, togas give 30% social impact. So you could also combine that with the sagum and the laurel wreath, and you would be insanely good. If we got a warden with that, we could potentially get this all right up to 100%. Wow. And that's also outer layer. You go skin, middle, and outer with all three of those. And then you could also go for the laurel wreath. What is that, like 110% total? Either way, it doesn't really matter too much. For the time being, let's make this for the skin layer, and one of those for everybody, but we'll say minus, let's get rid of that one entirely. What about the cape? What layer does the cape take up? That is outer, 10% social impact. Okay, that could also work. So make everybody minus 2 for the slaves, a cape, then the same for the sagum. And then over here, I want to make these ones here. Right, so the Lorica musculata. You've got to bear in mind that if we want to set up a dictator for the city, giving people armor that gives a social bonus is only evening things out. It would be better to, again, for a dictator, set it up so that they had the slightly lower social impact armor. I mean, it is also lower defense, so that's the trade-off. So we're going to take 8 of those, and then what about the helmet? Wow, this can take a lot of consideration. So the heroic Corinthian helmet, it offers maximal protection, but be a bad idea if they're an archer or a similar fighter. We have no archers in the colony right now. I think I was going to make the new recruit. What's your name again? Harriet. Do need to rename some of these people. I'm going to give it a couple more days, though, in-game, that is, before we start renaming them, just so they don't immediately get murdered. Yeah, the defenses on that are gigantic. Gives a higher social impact, lower psychic sensitivity, lower move speed. What about the Attic helmets? Widely used in Italy and quite common under the emperors of Rome. That seems very appropriate. 15% social impact. Only 45% sharp armor. Okay, and almost everybody we fought have had spears or swords, so I think it's probably only worth paying attention to sharp armor this time around. Attic helmets. Higher social impact, but again, lower defense. I mean, we are kind of embroiled in a state of war right now. I don't think we're quite luxurious enough where we can give everybody higher social armor. Let's go for these then, the heroic Corinthian helmets. We can make this out of anything, right? We got the alloys as well. I guess we can make steel. It's just very expensive for us. Why don't we just go for steel? I think that's the most advanced armor we can make right now. And steel is going to be our most advanced resource ever. Well, that's not true, because I guess from quests you could take plasteel as a reward. But I wonder if you can even stuff armor with it. We can. Wow. So this extremely legendary material that we can't craft again. I quite like that plasteel has taken that niche. Extremely rare if we can get it, but we can't make it ourselves. And it's also not available in the quarries or anything like that, so that we would say for our best warrior or our emperor. And it looks as if all of these shields are the same. It just depends on what logo you want, right? So I guess we'll just go for generic hoplons then. There we are. Well, that'll take our people freaking ages to build. It would be better to make maybe a couple of helmets, then a couple of the armor sets, a couple of clothes, something like that, rather than going all in. I guess the body armor first, though, is the right play. Let's drop tailoring down to a lower priority in that case. We've got a lot of good crafters here. So I think we'll increase the quarry priority and hope that with the quarry we're not bringing in too much wealth before we built the armor in the first place. And then in the background, we're going to keep making Rheem a little more classical. I would say we build something classical around the Granland tree, but I guess that idea's been shot down. We might have another sprout out here somewhere. I'm fairly certain we've had the event more than once. Trying to find the friggin' thing. Oh, actually, it's an early investment. Given the amount of work we've got to do, maybe a couple of tool cabinets thrown down in here wouldn't hurt either. Something like that. Would the prisoner be better as a mining slave or a full-on civilian? We do still need to convert them. Riesling Bacchus is an incredible name. They should have been an alcoholic more than a workaholic with a name like that. Adulthood is involuntary hermit. We get it, you're a millennial. Crafting 12 double passion cooking and plants. We could make them the cook and take another job away from Remus. They aren't very good at mining either, so you know what? We'll go for a full-on conversion and recruit for you then. Well, for research, we have the choice of heating or heating with hyper costs. I'll be honest, I'd really love a way to keep food from going rotten and keeping rats out of the freezer. Heating, but completely the opposite would be nice. Oh! Hello, 2 scouting parties at the same time. Whoa, the scouting parties have the same strength now as the warbands had at the start of last episode. Oh my god, it's Germanic cannibals and Carthage. How friggin' strong are the cannibals that their forces are the same strength as Carthage? What the hell? We also seem to have some sort of ancient complex. Is this for... Oh, hang on, we got the other quest for the other artifact, didn't we? Yeah, there you go, the Helm of Radiance relic. So the secret complex, so there is another secret complex somewhere else. This one, though, is a regular one that just contains loot. But normally they contain, again, mechanoids, insects, that type of thing. We don't have mechanoids or insects to worry about. Oh, look, we've got one of the new helmets already. Here, give that to, drop that. Give that to Remus, and we will send Remus off to investigate by himself. Wow, you can wear the helmet and the mask. That's cool. I will admit the beads look a little bit weird, but they do give an armor value, so I really can't argue against it. Before we head out, though, let's wait for Carthage and the Germanic cannibals to turn up. The last thing I want to do is send Remus out and have them both go and attack him immediately. Quest available, selling to Therapne. You are offering us a silent neuroformer. Huh. They want 21 spiked skull cap. Nope, I'm okay. It's a real shame that base game Rimworld has no respect for the era of technology you're in. If they'd have offered us weapons or armor on tier with what we're trying to craft rather than advanced components and silent neuroformers, I would have absolutely gone for it. Apparently we've got a slate mosaic. I suppose we could put that outside the villa. Fits quite nicely. Ah, whoa, that looks incredible. This carving bears an illustration of a solitary mega scarab near a town. No, it fucking doesn't. You liar. That's one funny looking mega scarab. 22 to 4.9%? What the hell did you just do? Well, we could go for just convert and then finish the job. Or not. No, hey, Remus, for God's sake. There you go. Perfect. So now we'll just go ahead and recruit you. Can we chat already? Not yet. Oh, no, if I remember right, we can use plumbing to fill up passive coolers with water that we pump from underground, right? It's not really gonna make our freezer a freezer, but it'll help out a little bit. It's either that or we get cheese. So you know what? I think I'll take the plumbing. The only problem I've got with this is that we're gonna have to have wind turbines to actually pump the water. Give me a second. Did Rome have wind turbines? History of wind power. Well, this seems gripping. Antiquity. Heron in the 1st century in Roman Egypt described what might be a wind-driven wheel to power a machine. Oh. Ah, there we go. Riceling, hello. So I'm going to make you our cook and another backup crafter. In fact, you are a second best crafter, right? Wow. Oh, I forgot Harriet was pure sect. God, I hope that doesn't get me demonetized. Harriet, what are you doing? Kind of fannying around at the top of the map. She is going to consume apples, and then after that, she's going to go and do some loving. A typical Friday night for Harriet Banroro. Okay, here they are. We'll deal with this as fast as we can. Oh, it's pretty huge this time. Wow, 7. And then when Carthage and these Germanic savages are dealt with, we'll send Remus out on an epic quest to find the 2nd relic. Hang on, we have a bloody Granlund seed right there, you fool. Maybe when the old Granlund tree died, it dropped a seed because I didn't harvest a 2nd tree. Okay, well in this case, we'll place this one with a bit more of an idea to build a Nymphaeum around it. I feel like the city probably isn't going to be big enough. We might have to expand our borders out pretty sizably too. Okay, here they come. Does combat command work with melee? I thought it was just an aiming time reduction or something like that, but we'll give it a go anyway. Combat command gives, whenever you're ready to tell me, melee hit chance +3. Oh, got it. In that case, squad, get in there. Kill them all. Oh my god. Please be careful. Okay, we've got the advantage here because they're all spread out. Oh, we not one. Hey, nice work. Okay, how many more are there? We're looking at 2 more around. Let's get Riceling over to go and attack you, Slave 2. They're out. They're done. Oh, incredible. We've got 2 alive. Elagabalus was the only one who took any damage in that entire thing. Wow, we really showed them this time, huh? Stabbed in the shoulder. Oh my god, they almost knocked his arm off, though. Holy crap. That was a little close for comfort. Really goes to show that those Carthaginians are anything but harmless. Armless. Well, nobody's armless, really, are they? Doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm gonna get Neo to do a little bit of field tending with that one, if that's okay, because it's only a single damage. And then we've got Pysandros Archidamos Chalkidius. Mining 6 double passion. Welcome to the slave pits. And then we've got Phobodas of Abonutikos. Cooking 10. Ooh, that'd be quite nice. Intellectual 9 double passion as well. Okay, so I might recruit you, because you are our best cook other than Remus, but of course I don't really want Remus spending all this time on cooking when it's also our best plants grower, our best builder, our best warden. So let's patch you up first. You come hang around here, and actually you stay here too, and we'll get them carried back to the prison. Oh! God, I hate it when that happens, when they stand up right away and then they immediately get dropped again. For God's sake. Fine, capture first. Yeah, of course everybody's going to support it. Why wouldn't they? That's the last time I try and tend anybody out in the field. It's never worth it. Now that they're actually in prison, they won't stand up and immediately turn hostile. So we've got you at least, and you were the cooking character, right? So that frees up Remus very, very nicely. I'm not entirely sure where they went, but it looks as if our good friends, the Germanic cannibals, have pissed off. And apparently we're having a party to celebrate. Oh, it's the day of Rheem. Seems that not all of our civilians are as enthusiastic for a day of Reeming like myself. Remus? You're not even into, oh, Remus is going to attend a Rheem. Oh, what a perfect time for plumbing. Now we can build some more sanitation facilities to help out with the Rheem. Light armor, hypercourse, or water cooling. Oh, aqueducts. Whoa, that will actually unlock immediately because we already have Mediterranean culture. Okay, well, we have to go for that, right? And then we can replace the rather sad well in the middle of the villa with a full-on proper water fountain. I also noticed that almost everybody were complaining about the lack of toilets in the town, and it occurred to me, yeah, you're not wrong, we do only have one, and that's linked to Remus's bed. It's his own private latrine. So we're celebrating the day of Rheem by building a row of community latrines. Oh, Harriet's gotten food poisoning from a peach. What are you doing eating peaches on the day of Rheem? This fucking shit writes itself. And slave one. Brilliant. Well, they didn't really do much to celebrate, did they? In fact, they didn't do anything different at all. Maybe when recreation kicks in, they go and play chess. See, that wasn't what I was going to suggest. Ooh, a little bit of secret behind-the-scenes politics here between Neo and Remus. Bearing in mind that Neo is our current Elagabalus and Remus is our Grand Priest. How very suspect. Whatever Remus has said has left him shocked, just kind of sitting there. Menacingly. You're not playing chess, are you? Neo, I got some bad news for you there, fella. Water cooling. So now, in theory, we won't need a bloody campfire in every single friggin' bedroom. Then we've got Cocoa Hypercourse or Cheesemaker. I'm just gonna go for them at this point. Quite clearly, the game wants me to have them. Let's just get it out of the way. Water cooling. Would that be under hygiene, maybe? Misks? I guess furniture? Funny there was some sort of search bar recently added that I'm not used to yet. Fountain. Fountain. Oh, here we are. It's in temperature. That would make a would make a lot of sense in hindsight. Oh, it's off center. We're not gonna have to build two of the friggin' things. Holy crap, we're a full-on oligarchy now. The following hostile clique has formed in your colony: Elagabalus, Neo, and Remus. This is great. I mean, it's great if you're not a democratic citizen. For you guys, you're screwed. So while things are nice and peaceful, and there aren't any hostile warbands or trade caravans around, we've got Gallic savages, but they are heading up to... oh, they're scouting Rheem. Oh, they actually are here looking for us, huh? 11 tiles away. And 365. Scouting Rheem? I don't know if that means that they'll actually come to the settlement. Next time we get a scouting party attacking, we'll see what the message says then. Let's send Remus out here. It's only 0.2 days. We can get there and get back before we have to worry about these guys with a pretty nice window. Well, we've arrived at the ancient complex, and there is absolutely nothing here. I assume it'll be the same as the Blade of the Sky, where we'll just get the occasional explosive thing hanging out. But other than that, this should be relatively safe. I can't imagine we're going to see many mechanoids kicking around. Hello, Boom Rat. You're always with the friggin' rats. We just can't escape. Okay, back off. Yeah, besides these unstable fuel nodes, I think we're probably fine. Well, that's not fair. Well, the only hermetic crate we found is now ablaze, so I guess we won't worry about that one too much. Hack ancient enemy terminal. No, go back. What will that do for us? Can we hack to kill nearby enemies? No, I don't think I will. Got a hermetic crate filled with 50 silver. And for the final room, that's it. I guess there probably wouldn't be a huge amount given that, well, I mean, there aren't any technological things existing, right? I'm gonna quickly crack open this wall, and then we'll go in here and open this one up too. Wow, that was really not worth the journey. Well, in that case, while we're out, we might as well immediately head over to the other complex where our relic is hanging out. Well, not a relic, but 1/5 of the way there towards our relic. Oh, time for another exciting ancient complex. Maybe this time we'll get 3 explosions. Oh, there's one already. Brilliant. And that's everything. Okay. Quest complete. Nice work. Let's go crack that one open. And hope that we don't set off the... Oh, no. Well, it's an advanced component. We can't use that anyway, unfortunately. Don't need any of this heretical technology, thank you. Oh, no way! It's exactly a year since we went on the last journey for the Blade of the Sky as well. History really does repeat itself. But then how are we doing on the armor production front? We're not. It's also reset on my fucking bills. What are you talking about? Or maybe I'm just a fool and didn't set them in the first place? Well, either way, we're going to need a lot more work going on in the quarry if we hope to do this. So steel is incredibly rare, of course. We would expect to get iron and coal instead. Apparently also got 115 steel somewhere? Oh, that's bad. Remus and the raiders are here at the same time. You know what, Remus, just hang around outside. I don't want to risk that. I'm sure these guys can handle it. 10 of us versus a group of Gallic savages. 8 of them, though. Whoa. Remus, we really could take the extra help in that case. Okay. Where did you spawn in? Good enough. Far enough away. Oh, they're beginning their assault. Okay, just stand here. We should be fine. Remus, where is your spear? Oh, he's got it. He's fine. They've got ranged weapons. Well, that's something new that we haven't dealt with before. Kill the lot. Kill them all. They shot Remus. They shot Remus. On the plus side, though, the savages don't have the extremely overpowered Macedonian shields, so we took way more damage than that than we did from the actual fighting man from Carthage. Good God. Remus is bleeding out in 7 hours. Stabbed him in the neck with a shard of metal. I mean, that would probably do it, yeah. And you've got a throwing shard in your lung. I'm no medical professional, but that doesn't sound very good. And you were stabbed in the leg. Other than that, though, successful day. I feel like we really should be getting into this whole ranged weapon thing. Oh, Remus, don't you die on me. Thank you, Slave 2. Ah, first limestone fountain. Very nice. Title, on the 4th of April, May. The furniture is engraved with a depiction of Remus ending an alpha beaver's capacity for blood filtration with cold efficiency. What a fucking thing to say. And of course, one of our fountains would be inscribed with us killing rodents. That's It's incredible. That's where the steel's going, of course. Okay, so we've got one tool cabinet done, 6% work speed factor. And with both of them, 12% is pretty massive when you've got, I mean, just this much armor to make, right? Hungry rats have found rotting squirrel. For fuck's sake. Oh, Remus is playing both sides. Clique 1 is Remus Jandiros Enslaved 2. He's got his own secret little underground connection going on there. I like it. And then the more overt political alliance, Remus, Neo, and Elagabalus. So if we had an election now, he's got essentially 4 votes lined up immediately. And genuinely, I bet part of that is down to his helmet, right? That's a social bonus that nobody else has. 15% from his armor. He's got another 5% from his hat. The visage mask does nothing. If anything, that would probably put you off. We haven't got any research queued up. Pomegranate seeds, harpsichords, or noble apparel. I feel like the noble apparel is a bit pointless because it's probably not going to be as good as the stuff we can already make, right? The big benefit to it is the social impact. Give me a fucking harpsichord. Did they have harpsichords in ancient Rome? Oh, the harpsichord was invented in the late Middle Ages. Well, that's illegal research we're doing right there. Ooh, another fountain's done, though. Is this one also engraved with rodents? Oh, a depiction of a cave. The subjects are in front of a sheriff. The sheriff could be that rat captain, though. God, look at them. They fucking love these fountains. Drinking fresh, cold water. Oh, it's for recreation. Oh, this is truly Rheem right now. Look at this. Eating grapes by the handful in your villa? This couldn't be any more perfect. So tomorrow, 1st of Jugas, we have another Rebirth of the Sun. But this one's kind of unique in that we have the full participants and our leader now has some social skill. So not only can we have the festival... Whoa, what is a sacred festival? Oh, interesting. You know what that is? That's because Harriet has a different ideology. We need to sort that out pretty fast. In fact, why don't we sort that out right now? Harriet, get converted. Oh, bollocks. If we cancel it, it goes on cooldown. What are they? Manhunting wargs. Okay, that's kind of a big deal. Oh, it's only 3 of them. Well, fuck it. We'll deal with those in a minute. Well, anybody who's not at the ritual, I've just had to kind of lock indoors. Oh, slave 1! Of course she didn't attend. She's not allowed in the Senate. Well, this better be a success, because we have taken a big gamble to try and get her converted right here. Oh, that sounds good. Masterful. Old beliefs seem to dissolve effortlessly and inevitably. Our true knowledge was accepted. Everybody gets +6 move plus another 2 from the Blade of the Sky. That was phenomenal. Now you all get to go outside and get savaged by wolves. Hello. Oh, wow. We are, like, ready to go, though. Look at this. Maybe fuck off, though. Kill them. Kill them now. Kill them all. Oh, God, Remus. Oh, my God, he's taking on one basically by himself. Get over there. Oh, he's not looking so good. Bleeding out in 12 hours. No permanent damage, though. Bring it down. Bring it down. Nice work. Is that a wild olive tree growing outside the Senate building? Oh, wow. And I think we were just in time to save Slave 1 as well. Holy crap. So you're missing a leg. Can we actually install basic prosthetics? Oh, we can. Oh, great. Ah, there it is. 100%. I don't think I've ever seen that before in any of our ideology playthroughs yet. Probably because we don't normally have such big old cities. Remus! He's too busy eating grapes in his villa. He's going to miss the ceremony. And there we go. A dozen paper lanterns floating over the bodies of the dead Carthaginians. Ah, beautiful Rebirth of the Sun. Look at that. 8 out of 10. So Remus did miss it after all. Too busy eating fucking grapes. But these moods are going to be insanely high now then, right? So who went to both? Beautiful Skylands Festival +6. Masterful Conversion plus another 6. And the... Oh. I assume the sword would give a bonus, but I guess not. You know, I'm starting to doubt if it's going to be possible to build everybody the steel armor immediately. Obviously, a very advanced and very rare resource we have to put a lot of effort into, but look at the amount of blocks that we've quarried up here. Look at over in the resource loadout. And even though we've mined up all of this stuff, we've only got enough steel to build a single tool cabinet. That's it. Maybe in that case, we go for... We've got a lot of bronze. We could go for bronze instead. Maybe for now, we just build it out of whatever the hell we can. Anything at this stage is better than nothing. We go for copper. It's obviously not very good, but... Oh, and we also need... Oh, we also need 10 times as much because it's a small volume ingredient. Okay, that's not going to work. Instead, then, why don't we just go... Iron? Or we could go with a different type of copper. I would say maybe we're spending a little bit too long on the farms, given that right now nobody's in the quarry besides Jess. But we still haven't got any sort of way to refrigerate anything. Maybe get rid of the tomatoes because they've got such a tiny shelf life. There's no point even bloody growing those in the first place. Rice is 40 days. Corn is obviously even longer still. Honey, I assume, doesn't rot, but we don't get very much from it. Neo, you fool! I thought this brief respite of peace was a good time to get Neo to go around and give people peg legs and try and patch people up in a more permanent way. Turns out that for some reason, trying to operate on a slave in a cupboard in a dark cave is not the easiest way to do surgery. Oh, and you know what? It's probably a good job that he failed, given that I was trying to install on the wrong leg. To my credit, though, I was getting them confused with Riesling, who also was given a leg. I had to also give them Remus's bed. So giving up the leader's luxury bed in his luxury villa to a random person in the colony, and also mangling one of our slaves in a cave, kind of inspired me to go and look at Roman hospitals. Now, apparently there was something called a valetudinarium, which was for wounded soldiers. It was a rectangular building consisting of 4 wings connected by an entrance that could be used as a triage center. Oh, there's actually a blueprint on Wikipedia. Oh, wowee. Oh, no. Anyway, so apparently these were intended as a frontline structure, so had to be built quickly and cheaply. Some of them were quite literally just tents bundled together. In that case, I think we might need to start planning out our first expansion here for the city. Eventually, we'll redo all of this area and make it a bit more space conscious. For the time being, though, I'm thinking this area will be very, very easy to secure. So first thing I want to do then is knock a hole through this mountain here, and then we'll build a palisade right across the front of it like this, and then we'll build another one. I mean, ideally, look, if we could get this as well. We've got heating there from the steam vent. If we do something like that. Oh, nice. That also came at a pretty good time. And I think that the walls we already have present would be better to be upgraded. We've got a lot of limestone kicking around. I'd love to save the marble for the more impressive things. The statues, the fountains, the buildings, whatever that happens to be. We could do something like that and then also replace the palisade. So we've got these 2 block thick walls around what has ended up being our most important area. We've got the villa, the Senate building, eventually our crafting and storage areas. And then as we expand out, we put all the regular citizens out on the further reaches of the city. And I know there's been quite a few series where I've done this. I did start doing it in the Ohm series, but I thought it looked a little unnatural, and this might be a bit more relevant. Building a wall around the entire edge of the map. I feel like I try and do it in quite a lot of series, but never actually succeed. Given that in a very short period of time, we've ended up with 11 citizens already, I think it's quite feasible that we might have to build a giant wall around the whole of Rheem. While morale was getting fairly low, where I was making people spend a long time chopping trees, building walls, digging out mountains, I thought, hey, we'll have a leader speech, because that way we can cheer everybody up. We've got the maximum participants in a really, really nice Senate. And then Neo. Oh, sweet Neo. Yeah. Yeah, he really did. Time for an 8-hour political speech on sex bots. And apparently, it did an incredible job. Oh, wow. Neo's social quality gives 30%, 10 participants. We basically couldn't fail. Well, we could. It was 90%. I'm well aware of basic statistics. And then, as if this game knows exactly what happened there, Slave One was inspired so much she's now in a flirting frenzy after hearing political filibustering about sex bots. The good news is, if these hairs are anything to go by, it worked perfectly. The bad news is, apparently they can walk through walls? Hey? Oh, some of them aren't built yet, and they have the same graphic as a built wall. Yeah, I'm sure that's not going to cause any problems in the future. Look at our people. Tara and Riesling both have the Corinthian helmets. Turns out that metals on our limiting factor here, it's just cotton. How did they get in the slave pen? What the fuck? What a horrifying way to wake up. Just a rabbit ripping your face off. Oh my god. Babby has been formed. Jandiros has given birth. Avanios. Avanus Thrasylos of Dalminion. Wow. My god, it is absolutely hideous. Do we know who the father is? Oh, it was Remus. Whoa, plus 15 from had a child. Well, he's also got plus 4 from 8 honey, and we do know that honey is a quarter of a baby. So I can't help but notice she collapsed over by the fountain. How much pressure did that baby fly out with? Unless her and Remus get married, they can't share the same room. So what we could do is give them... We could give them a bed in here. Well, there it is. I guess then that I'm open to suggestions for names for Remus's descendant. And I think we'll just see what happens naturally. We're not going to have Remus specifically train them or anything like that. We'll just see what sort of relationships start to develop. Bear in mind, we have just a huge amount of mods that change that type of thing, right? So the goal I set us up for today was, of course, to make weapons and armor for our people, which, Turns out there are a few more steps than just simply outfitting an army. But we are at the point now where all we've got to do is actually work on it and maybe stop quarrying marble. Holy shit. So I've just bloody noticed my Thrombo mosaic's been stolen. Is there a raid that got right up to the villa door? I don't think so. But sure, we didn't get weapons and armor. The real victor today, though, was the city of Rheem, which looks better than ever. Tomorrow, we finish the armor, we finish the weapons, and then I think we're going to get out there and start attacking. Maybe head over west and attack some of these caravans that are out there and isolated. They can't be... Oh, good. They can't be that powerful, surely. We're going to end things on a cliffhanger. A pack of man-hunting monkeys have entered the area. Will we survive, or will Rheem fall to the savages at the gates? Or in this case, chimps at the gates. Thank you all for watching. I'm quite excited to see what we're going to be able to do with the higher end level of Rimworld. We've played with Rimworld before, right? But we've never really embraced the raider culture or the medieval side of things. We just had us versus Void in the Glitter Void series. So being able to really fully immerse ourselves in this, I think it's going to be quite a lot of fun. I'm quite excited to see what we can do with that. Thank you, in the meantime, of course, to the executive producer patrons for keeping the series going, including Neo Zela, Ben B, Mad Miles, Xylo, Blobber, Waffles and Whiskey, Shotgun Diplomacy, Ice Stab Cow, Swalg, Helviticus, Hobo, Billy Joel, Spraycanned, Carmen Copeland, Mr. Moma, Venator, Sparrow, Andrew DeGarren, and everybody else at the executive producer tiers over at Patreon. Thank you guys for making the channel possible in the first place. And a thank you as well to Sangri, Blackman00, Nia Ragupin, Thistras Morana, Monk, Alexander H, Edzuki, Yohano, Cybermonkey, Mr. Hanky, J1293, DQ, Kipos, Metman, Carl, Robbie Boy, Blue Chaos, and Jeepus Crust.